preparation for this one? I mean, what's kind of the approach going to this one, knowing that you guys have everything in front of you, chance to get T-shirts and hats at the end of the week?
I think it's just like you said, everything's in front of us, so we just got to handle business, take one day at a time, and block the outside noise out and do what we do best.
I asked Bobby, is there an advantage for either team playing again for the second time within 3 weeks? I asked Bobby if there was an advantage for either team in playing again, playing twice in 3 weeks.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I think, and as quick as we're playing them, a lot of things can change. A lot of things can stay the same. We won't really know until we get out there. But, definitely being able to play them, a couple of weeks ago, we were pretty familiar with some things. So obviously, it can still change them. But
Excuse me for not knowing. I know you were in Vegas, but have you ever been in this situation before where it's like final game of the season, everything on the line for the playoffs?
No. Nah, except my first year we went to the playoffs, but it wasn't, I don't think, if I can remember. I think actually, the Chargers game. The Chargers game. Yeah. So the Chargers game, that was kind of almost similar. Yeah.
What are the vibes like for you personally? Do you have a bit of edge, or you try to stay even keeled heading into a game with so much on the line?
Even kill for sure. I don't try to think about it too much. I just try to, for me personally, just go out there and play ball and do my job. So I think the rest will take care of itself.
How big a fan were you of the Falcons last night?
Good win by them. I don't want to really speak on everything or anything about that too much. I think I'm just focused on how we're going to play ball this week.
What did you learn from that first matchup just a few weeks ago that you can kind of take into this week about the Bucs?
I mean, really just nothing that we haven't really known. I think they're a very good team. Obviously, they got really good players all around, and it's going to be a competitive game. So we're just going to have to, stay on top of our game, watch the film, and take it day by day and do our stuff.
Nick Scott's been a guy who's been a really good communicator on the back end, kind of helped the three-man weave kind of back there. What's Nick Scott been for you during this time and getting used to this defense?
He's been great, just with everything, like you said, just the communication, helping out younger guys, always being available to, just like I said, help people, be there for people outside of the building. And he's just a joy to be around. He can cut up and be a really funny guy, but when it's time to be serious and play ball, he's that guy too. So it's good to have him in the locker room. It's been fun with him.
Do you have any pregame rituals, like something that you do every Sunday?
No, not really. I just try to get my body right, pray and just study. Nothing really too crazy that you probably seen other people do. Nah, not really. It depends on. I really just hit shuffle, and if I'm feeling a song, I'll keep it on. If not, I'll just hit skip.
What allowed you to keep that calm in these moments?
I think that's just how I am naturally as a person, and so I just try to take that into my game, and it's worked best for me. That's how I go about my business, and I enjoy it like that. I've said it plenty of times before, but just not getting too high or too low, and just riding the wave that's worked out for me, and that's how I just approach it.
Is that something you try to, sort of share with some younger players who may get a little overexcited? Like, how do you?
Yeah, I mean, they're their own person at the end of the day, but I do try to tell them, like, especially just block out the outside noise if you can, and just focus on your job, because as long as we do that, then everything will take care of itself. So that's kind of my spiel to them.
You guys were mostly effective against Evans last game. I know he had a touchdown, but what was the key to kind of limiting the explosives?
I'll just say communication and then execution. I mean, it's really was as simple as that. I don't think it was any secret sauce or special sauce. I think guys was just playing hard, executing the coverages, and communicating well. So.
Dave talked about this with people defending T-Mac. When it's a big physical receiver, that you got to kind of match that physicality. Is that a key against Evans?
Yeah, I think it's any player that's been physical. You see small guys that are still physical. So I think especially in the NFL, It don't matter your size or stature. I mean, it's a physical game. That's the nature of the game. So no matter who you call on to play against, you're going to have to bring that aspect for sure.